our first guy, oh man, he was a hoot having him in the class. But let me tell you, he's an adjunct professor, internet blogger, and IRS enrolled agent. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Stephen Mead. Let him hear it, Stephen.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here tonight. In fact, I'm up. I am aroused because let's face it, Chris, at my age, stand up is as close as I will get to an erection. But in my hurry to get here and release this pent-up humor, I was pulled over and given a ticket this morning. I was driving here in my Chevy, and I should say that I love Chevys, except for tiny penis Chevys. And I think you all know what I'm talking about. We see a guy drive by in a Corvette, we think, that guy's got a tiny penis. On the other side of the scale, you have the Chevy truck, jacked up 6 feet tall, belching out black diesel smoke, Confederate flag, pit bull in the back, and hanging beneath that giant set of steel balls. We see that go by and we think, redneck with a tiny penis. Now ladies, if size truly matters, you want to be on the lookout for that guy driving the rusty old 1966 Chevy Impala. You know that guy is hung like a horse. He's gotta be. He's driving a beater. Now, I drive a Chevy Malibu, the car for the man with an average penis. That's perfect. And that's what I was driving on my way here when I was pulled over. An officer comes up, license, registration, did not ask about my penis. And says, do you have any idea why I pulled you over? I say, I do not. He said, well, you didn't stop at the sign back there. I said, I did stop at the sign back there. He said, no, you did not. I said, well, it's kind of a rolling stop. That's not a stop. Well, officer, I slowed down. He goes, that's still not a stop. Well, I'm like, slow down, stop. What's the difference? He says, I'm going to show you the difference. And he pulls out his billy club. He starts hitting me on the head. He says, now, you want me to slow down or stop? Now you can imagine, thank you, you can imagine I now have a headache and I want to go see my doctor. But thanks to Obamacare, I had lost my doctor and I had to find a new one. So I go to the exchange, very few choices, and I select the one who has an office at Walmart. Walmart. Save money, live better, and plus I have a one-stop shop for my headache, the Malibu, and my penis. So I'm sitting in the office, in walks the doctor, older Indian guy, got the little blue vest with the yellow smiley pin sticker on him there. No stethoscope, but a lanyard with his name, Sanjay. And we start exchanging pleasantries to get to know each other better. And in the course of that conversation, I found out he's been married for 62 years. And I'm like, 62 years? That's incredible. What do you attribute the longevity of your marriage? And he says, I attribute the longevity of my marriage to the 2 vacations we took on our milestone anniversaries. Well, sounds great. Tell me more. On our 25th wedding anniversary, I flew my wife to Hawaii. Well, sounds very nice. What did you do on your 50th anniversary? Well, I flew back and got her. That got me thinking about my own travels in the past, and particularly a flight I took to Mexico on United Arab Emirates Airlines. And most of you may or may not know that United Arab Emirates is an airline based out of the Middle East. And so we're flying to Mexico. I'm sitting on the aisle, having a conversation with this lovely old lady from Sarasota. And we must be getting close to land because the pilot comes on, as they normally do. We appreciate the fact that you fly United Arab Emirates. We know you have many choices when it comes to air travel, and we appreciate you flying with us today. The weather is magnificent in Mexico, and we will be landing in about 10 minutes. And then the pilot believes he has turned off the cockpit microphone and begins having a conversation with his co-pilot. So, Bob, what will you do once we land in Mexico? And Bob says, the first thing I'm going to do when I check into my hotel is I'm going to take a great big shit. Then, you know that cute new stewardess in the back? I'm taking her out for a steak dinner. I'm going to pour a bottle of wine down her throat and take her back to the room and have my way with her. Now, of course, we can all hear this conversation, and so can the stewardess, who is now mortified, sprints to the front of the plane to alert the pilots, trips and falls face down in the aisle between me and that lovely old lady, who simply bends down and says, "Slow down, honey. Remember, first, Bob needs to take a shit." And that's my time. Thank you very much.
Oh, no. First time up.